For our customer discovery project, we wanted to explore beer drinkers as our customer segment. After some general research, we realized we needed to target a smaller segment within the market. We proceeded to interview beer drinkers at local bars in Ann Arbor, where we came across several people who preferred craft beers. From here, we decided to focus on craft beer connoisseurs. We began by visiting 2 local craft beer stores on Packer Street in Ann Arbor.
After speaking with managers at both stores, we discovered that many craft beers only come in 24-ounce bottles, while the normal beers are only 12 ounces. Through this discovery, we recognized a problem. Craft beer drinkers needed a way to preserve these larger and more expensive beers. Our original project was to create something to seal beers to be able to enjoy them later. We pitched this idea to local beer store owners and beer connoisseurs and realized that we needed to add certain features to our product to be able to fully preserve the beer for drinking at a later time.
It's possible to reseal them, but then also you have to consider what's best for the beer. As soon as oxygen gets into it, then it starts to age a little bit, and it's not going to be as good.
Right.
So something cool that I just saw recently that one of my wine distributors came in with is this thing that will actually stab through the cork, and then you can pour it out of the mechanism, and then it'll insert other inert gases into the bottle to replace the gases that have been expelled as well.
Okay.
So it combats against oxygenation, which is also a problem with wine.
Okay.
So.
By using 3D printing technology, we were able to solve our problem by creating a minimum viable product in a matter of hours. Our solution consists of a bottle, plunger, or cap, and a pressure regulating valve that allows varying amounts of beer to be stored without going flat. Basically, the beer bottle contains the beer, the plunger forces the beer to occupy all of the available space, and the pressure regulating valve helps the user accurately know how much more air needs to be dissipated. During testing, we determined it takes about 2 to 3 days before a half-empty beer goes flat in a recapped or plugged bottle. With our minimum viable product, we have been able to store a sample of beer for over 10 days and counting.
Through our customer discovery interviews, we found 4 main customer profiles that our product could be geared toward. The first and most prominent is a moderate beer drinker. This is someone who enjoys drinking craft beer, but not necessarily in the large quantities at which it is sold. These consumers would rather enjoy a single bottle over a few days span while relaxing at home. The second customer segment is a beer connoisseur. These customers are experts at finding the right beer for their mood, meals, or any occasion. However, like the moderate beer drinker, they may not finish a whole bottle in one sitting. The third customer segment is comprised of people who are exploring the craft beer world. They walk into stores with the goal of buying a few beers to try. These customers were immensely interested in our product as they almost never finished a whole beer in one sitting, but instead opened a few bottles at once to explore different flavors. The last customer segment we identified was for those who cook using craft beers. Cooking rarely ever requires the whole bottle, and our products could help these customers store the excess beer.
Yeah. Do you think any of your customers would want something that would allow them to reseal a bottle that had?
Probably.
Do you have a preferred brand of the craft beer, or you kind of like variety, like trying different ones?
No, definitely like to try new ones. Every time I come into a liquor store or a convenience store, I definitely like to see the variety and try anything that that I might be interested in.
So you get the 24-ounce bottles, the bigger ones, or the small 6-pack?
Typically, if I'm trying to get something with more flavor or newer type of beers, I'll look for the 24-ounce.
All right. So when you drink these beers, how many do you find yourself drinking at a time?
When I drink the 24-ounce ones, it's usually I'll be able to finish one, and then when I'm on my second one, it's sometimes difficult to kind of finish that second one.
So, you find yourself struggling to finish them. Would you be interested in a product that would allow you to save these beers so you didn't find yourself forcing it?
Yeah, definitely. If there was any type of, it would definitely help save with money and also just convenience. I wouldn't have to go out and waste a half beer. I'd be able to go out and use the beer that I just purchased the night before.
All right, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Overall, we found that there's a market for our product, and we are really happy with our customer discovery results.